how messed up our whole family dynamic is. I confronted her about not coming to Canada with my dad and how crappy of a thing that was. Her initial excuse of not having a place to stay was not the real reason. My dad, although undiagnosed, probably has Huntington's disease. 50% I have it as well. Yay me. Ugh. His brother just died of it, his father passed away of it, and has plagued my family forever. My stepmother tried to bring some of this up sometimes, but she would only do it when we were drinking. I would tell her here every time if she wanted to have a conversation about the disease and all that, I would do it when we were sober, which in my opinion is pretty fair. Also, just for my clarification, so it wasn't until recently I also realized we as a family basically had a drinking problem. I used to drink every weekend, 24 or more beers per weekend. Whether I was alone or with friends, didn't matter. This is a habit I got from my parental units. Stepmom would get particularly bad sometimes and become confrontational and just belittle myself and my dad. Back to the Huntingtons. My stepmom said he was being very aggressive and loud, which is something Huntington's does. It affects the mind and body, and the patient becomes less of who they are. Dang. Motor functions are heavily impacted and lots more. You can Google for more info. I can't type out any more of the symptoms. It's just too much. Anyways, this was the real reason for not wanting to come back. Partially. Remember when she said she had nowhere to stay in Canada? Some of you may think, why not with me? Besides the fact that I'd rather do literally anything else. I live in a small 1-bedroom apartment, as I mentioned, so we don't have the space. You know who did have the space? My stepbrother, who was renting a 3-bedroom house and probably could have accommodated his own mother. Or you know who else? Her daughter, who lives in a $1 million plus house with a housemaid, government job, lawyer husband. I think they could have found space for her. She doesn't want to come back because it was still winter and she doesn't like winter. So much for in sickness and health. So she's like, oh, he's going. After that argument, we didn't talk much or at all. During this time, my dad, while living with my nan and aunt, would occasionally call, and he still wasn't all there due to the head injury, which he would recover from, which is why I didn't believe him when he told me that mom had called him and told him she was leaving him. While he hasn't fully recovered and he's confused as to why he came back to Canada alone, she says she's leaving him. Ooh, yeah, so the kicker is this happened before my stepmom and I had the argument, and she never once mentioned she was leaving him to me. Once I found out it was actually happening, I blocked her number and deleted her off everything else. 25 years of a family relationship gone in a day. Stepsister or brother never reached out to see if I was okay. It wasn't until this that I realized I have never been siblings in their eyes. I was just the kid their mom's husband brought along. They would do birthday dinners or other activities and never invite me. At this point, it's my dad and I against the rest of the family. At least that's what it felt like. Father's Day 2022, my dad is living back home alone. Oh, my stepmom, yep, staying in the mansion that she couldn't somehow stay in before, now has vacancy suddenly. 25 plus years of stuff needs to be gone through and packed and tossed out of the house. Stepmom and step-siblings take care of the dumpster and all that, as they should. I didn't cause this crap. And when they packed my stuff, which I didn't ask or tell them to do, they left all the pins in my posters from the wall. So when I went to go through my stuff, I was stabbed by pins. Oh, so they put the stuff so I drunkenly post on Facebook how pissed off I am at this family and even show pictures of my stuff with the pins on it. Next day, hungover, dad is still sleeping. Stepsister calls his phone about 45 times, not an exaggeration. I finally pick it up because he's passed out and tell her it's me. I stop her from talking more. She's pissed about the Facebook post and I say after Father's Day. We can talk after my dad has his day. And she refused and just kept calling us. I took the post down to hopefully shut her up. Instead, she called the cops. She told them I was harassing her family and to never contact them again as per the message the police left on my phone. I'll skip ahead a bit, but rest assured there's more non-response between this time that isn't super relevant. Dad spends a winter in Florida alone, complains the whole time he's there.